So hi guys, so today we are going to discuss about the remote monitoring system in the Salesforce Health Cloud. It is actually a inbuilt functionality in Salesforce Health Cloud. So we can monitor the pulse rates, the weight, the steps of any patient. So we can care them in a well treated manner. So it's look like something like this. So if we talk about the weight, so I take a small graph with some data and some and this is the way it looks like. Okay, so in this slide we are going to discuss about the remote monitoring system and its data model. What are the code sets? What are the unit of measurements? What are the code metric targets? Care observations and remote monitoring graphical representation and a live demonstration. So it's quite interesting. So let's start with first. So remote monitoring system. So if we need to monitor the heartbeat of multiple patients at a single time, and we need a system that Salesforce Health Cloud already provides. As an inbuilt functionality, as I already mentioned, it's an inbuilt functionality, and to use it, I will give you a live demonstration, so you can implement it in your org. And if you don't have the org, so you can go to the Health Cloud. Uh, there is a 30-day free trial. Yeah. So you can get the login ID and credentials if you want to test it. So using this, we can also make the graphical representation like this. Okay. So let's start. Next. So it's the data model. So let me give you a brief overview about it. So there is a care observation. It's the main thing that depend on which the graphical representation depends. The care observation where the numeric value or the data stored. So like unit of measurement is also a health cloud object. Code sets. I will explain what is this. And care matrix target and what. So using all these three, the care observation create and on this care observation data, the graphical representation will work. Yeah. So what are the code sets? So it represents various interestingly defined codes in context of their systems and version of those systems. So let me give you a small scene. So yeah. So code sets is a health cloud object. So it connects with the care observation and care metric target. And we don't need to define that we are measuring the weight multiple times. So we create a code and on that code it's already mentioned that we are measuring the weight. So it's a specific code set for the weight. Yeah, is basically. So next thing is unit of measurement. So it's the same thing like if we want to measure the water that so we use the ml and if we want to measure the weight we use kgs. If we want to measure the pulse rates we use beats per minute. So these are the unit of measurement and we need to specify which unit of measurement we are going to use in that care observation. Like for if we want to measure the pulse so we use the beats per minute. So there is also an object let me show you the unit of measurement object. So next, so next is code metric target. So let me give you an example. There is a we know that pulse rate of an average of a normal person is about 60 to 100. So if we there is a range in it. So if a person crosses 100, then our system should give us a notification that this patient having some issue or trouble. So we can connect them and talk to them what the problem they are facing with. So we can also set up the triggers. We need to manually set up the trigger. There is no additional inbuilt functionality for that, but we need to set up it manually. So we can use max, min, exact, range, and boolean. So max like if a person crosses a weight of 80 kgs. then we need to contact him that his weight is increasing rapidly. For minimum, like if a person is losing his weight, or yeah, we can relate this with something. So like exact, if a person crosses a limit or a level or not at the same level, like the multiple things are economic. I don't know the names of exactly. So after that, the range like this 60 to 100 beats per minute and a boolean true and false. Right? So for this, we have a health cloud object care matrix target. So we can create the care matrix in this. Next is care observation. It is the main object responsible for the remote monitoring and traffic representation. So if we want to use the remote monitoring graphical representation, then we need this object, and only by this object we can do the same thing, the graphic representation. For this we have as cloud object care observation, as I already mentioned in the data model. There is also an asset. So let me talk about the asset. So for example, we have a device like Implementation or any other device. So like this device monitor the pulse rate of a person or the SpO2 contact air. So this device ID serial number is stored in the asset object, and which can directly relate to the care observation. So we can know that which device gives that care observation, or from which device this thing is working. So next thing is remote patient monitoring. It's a graphical representation, as we all know. So for this, we need some specific fields required uh, to use this functionality. So in care observation, there are multiple fields required like ID, name, effective date and time, numeric value is outcome positive, expected value ID has mean expected value. So if you don't see in your org these all fields, then must go to the page layout and add these all fields. And the same with the care matrix target, like type, numeric value, upper limit, lower limit, and the outcome positive. These all fields are required. If you don't see these fields, then must add in your page layout. So let's move to the live demonstration. Okay. I already have an org. So if you don't have an org, then just go to the 30 days free file, not the Amazon one, Salesforce clouds. I will give you this link in the description so you can register and get the 30 days free trial of Health Cloud. Test it to use it. Okay. So I've already created some of the observations. Like this is the about the water. So this person drank at the time of it's actually the Fitbit integration with the Health Cloud. So let's move to the our main topic. So first we create a code set. Let's create a new code set. Let's measure the pulse rate. Okay. So let's name this to pulse rate. Learn and it's active. So we created our new code set pulse rate. So let's move to the next thing. Second thing is to create a unit of measurement. Unit of measurement. So its name is pulse weight. Your code is beats per minute. So custom and save. So let's directly go to the care observations part. Let's work with this patient. We don't have any care observation on this. Let's create something new. So let's name this observation as OBS1 numeric value. Like this person having 87 the beats per minute pulse rate. So active date and time. Let's take this time. Yeah. So we have not created any care metric target. So let's go and create one. Name is water. We don't want the water. C pulse. So it's for the account. This one. We can also specify the account, and if we don't want that, then we can just leave that field. It's then it's a publicly used care metric target. So let's use this publicly. So for pulse rate, unit of measurement is pulse rate beat per minute. Start date is from today. Okay. Type is, so it's a range. So the upper limit is 100 and the lower limit is 60. So okay, so it's also, so you need to also use the checkbox monitor remotely to the use the graphical representation, and the observation status is registered, and the code set is pulse rate. There are multiple fields required, so we all need to fill all of them. Yeah, I think all the fields completed. So let's just save it. There's a problem, and before the current time. Hmm, experiment. Okay. Because of the system timings. Okay. Is that okay? Yeah. Just let's go to the portion of the subject. Maybe refresh it. Let's see if everything is okay or not with this. Record process, there is no expected value or kinetic target started and ended. It means the observation of the trip time. Okay, wait a second. Let's go to this part. Let's refresh it again. Okay, so there's no device related to it. Okay. Cold state with cold matrix target. Yeah, cold matrix target is not specified. Cold state. I think now it's working fine now. Let's just refresh it. Yep, it's working. So like we have created a observation with 87 beats per minute. Yeah, pulse rate. So let's just create one more. Name OBS2. It's 70. Time will be, and the unit of measurement is pulse rate. The code is our pulse rate, and this part is also pulse. So expected value is can be custom for different accounts. So like for this non-parallel, yeah. So for this we use 60 to 100. For example, if we want a patient to have 80 to 100 range, so we can also specify a specific expected value like code metric target for a specific account. Let's save it. Okay. So there is a problem. There's some problem. I think with this health cloud is actually a new cloud and I also see some of the issues. So yeah, let's see. There is a 70, there is a 87. So like this, if you can create also an REST resource to create all of them by using different devices. So if you don't see this part, then you just go to the heritage place and actually I have already placed it. Let's just remove it and I will show you. So this is the remote monitoring part. So here is our remote monitoring charts and let's just place it over the upper part. Yeah, save. So I think it's all about the remote monitoring system in Health Cloud. So if you have any query or any doubt related to it, you must comment and I will provide some links or related to the Health Cloud 30-day free trial in the description. Thank you so much.